The UFC's return to Canada is in the books. After some quite lackluster pay-per-view cards in the past 2 years in Canada, the UFC brought a double-header of title fights to Montreal, headlined by Belal Muhammad defending his welterweight title against surging Australian Jack Della Maddalena, while the co-main event saw Valentina Shevchenko looking to defend her flyweight title against Manon Fiorot. This was alongside a card full of some fun Canadian talent amongst the pay-per-view. Could this card deliver after some terrible showings on Canadian pay-per-views over the years? Let's find out. This is the Fight franchise and the recap and review of UFC 315. The first fight on the card saw Brad Katona taking on Beksat Almacan, where a few exchanges early where Beksat landed a huge uppercut to floor Katona and landed some follow-up shots to secure the amazing KO to start the card. A featherweight bout next where Daniel Santos took on Zhong Yong Lee, where in the first round Lee was doing the better work, where he dropped Santos but Santos fought his way back in the round. The second round and third round Santos did the better, where the fight went to the judges' scorecard where Santos won the unanimous decision. Next up, a middleweight bout where Marc-Andre Barriault took on Bruno Silva, where they traded on the feet, where Barriault pressured and with Silva up against the fence landed huge elbows to send Silva out cold, which was a great finish to end the early prelims. The prelims started with Navajo Sterling and Ivan Erslan, where Erslan kicked off the fight landing the better, but both was measured, but the second round Sterling fought well against a tiring Erslan. The final round Sterling pressured and hurt Erslan bad and was teeing off on him and landing big. A crazy end to the fight where he rocked Erslan and dominated the end of the round and would win himself the unanimous decision. Modestas Bukauskas and Ion Cutelaba were up next, where they traded some big shots on the feet, but also both were very tentative. It was close with both guys going back and forth, but the decision went in the favour of Bukauskas in scorecards which were all over the place. Next up, Canada's own Jasmine Jasdavicius took on Jessica Andrade, where Jasdavicius put on a clinic, using her striking at range to piece up Andrade and keep her at bay, where Jasdavicius got the aggressive takedown where she got the back and secured the amazing rear naked choke to send the Canadian crowd wild in an amazing performance and moment on the card. The final fight of the prelim saw Mike Maylott taking on Charles Radke, where Radke pressed but Maylott was technical and landing good on Radke, where they traded but it seemed Maylott done the better. The second round both guys traded, where Maylott landed a huge shot to send Radke down, where he landed brutal follow-up shots to secure the amazing KO to send the Canadian crowd wild and ended the prelims off in epic style. The main card began with Benoit Saint Denis taking on short notice Kyle Prepolek, where Saint Denis got a takedown early, where he spent the first round dominating with his grappling, where the second round they both traded on the feet, landing some stinging shots, where Saint Denis got Prepolek against the fence and got him to the ground, where he secured the arm triangle to get the win after he's had some tough back-to-back losses. Next up, a women's featherweight bout with potential title implications, where Alexa Grasso was looking at defending her number one spot in the division against Natalia Silva, where Silva fought a beautiful striking game at range, where she was evasive and landing shots on Grasso, who struggled to put anything together in the fight, where Silva won the unanimous decision and is potentially on the doorstep of a world title opportunity. Next up, a scrap where the legendary Jose Aldo was taking on Ayman Zahabi in a catchweight bout, with Aldo struggling to make the weight, where Aldo was brilliant on the feet in the first round, timing and catching Zahabi with great shots and stealing round 1. Round 2, Zahabi fought back good, where both men traded. It was close and competitive, where Zahabi did much better and the round could have gone either man's way. Round 3 was crazy, where both guys were going back and forth, with Aldo rocking and dropping and chasing Zahabi, looking for the finish, where it seemed Aldo was in total control of the round. However, he was totally gassed. Aldo shot for a laboured takedown and went to his back, with Zahabi in Aldo's guard, landing shots and elbows to steal back the round and arguably the fight in some people's eyes. The fight went to the scorecard, where Ayman Zahabi won the fight in a close decision, which is amazing for him. However, Aldo confirmed after the fight, with the struggling weight cut and this loss, he is retiring from the sport after giving us such a wonderful career. The co-main event saw Valentina Shevchenko taking on Manon Fiorot, where both ladies had a competitive bout across 5 rounds, where round 1 Shevchenko landed and did the better, where round 2 Fiorot fought back and got back in the fight. Round 3 was close and competitive with not too much action, which could have gone either woman's way. Round 4 was close until the end, where Shevchenko dropped Fiorot, who didn't do much with her takedowns. Round 5 was competitive, with Shevchenko landing the more impactful shots. It went to the judges' scorecards, where the unanimous decision went to Shevchenko in a well-earned win. It would be great to see her like the Valentina of years prior, aggressive and looking for the finish. I would love to see her against Natalia Silva or Zhang Weili. UFC. The main event saw Belal Muhammad looking to defend his title against Della Maddalena, where they squared off, where Belal decided a different approach, where he wasn't taking the grapple heavy approach like he did against Leon Edwards, and instead stood with Jack for most of the round, being pieced up by the better striker. However, when he did go for the takedowns, JDM had no issue with them. The second round, more of the same, with JDM being slick with his movement and timing, catching Belal, who was trying to make something happen but was struggling. The third round, Belal started to put on the pressure and got back in the fight, and his best round so far, but JDM was landing good shots to counter Belal and stinging him. Round 4, Belal was coming out fast, where he upped his volume, where he did good and tried to get the takedown, but was being stung by heavy hands of JDM. The final round, Belal pushed forward, doing good, but JDM cut open Belal bad, where he didn't care and fought through it, getting the takedown, trying to do work, where JDM exploded out from under Belal, where both guys were beat up, where there was trading like crazy, where JDM wobbled Belal and they scrapped to the end of the fight. The fight went to the judges' cards, where JDM won the unanimous decision in a brilliant performance by the Aussie, who looks like he will have the opportunity of a lifetime to beat Islam Makhachev next. As for Belal, tough loss, he fought his heart out and gave us an entertaining fight. Just was bizarre seeing him not shoot as much, as he has so much success mixing it up with the wrestling and the striking. That brought the end to a fun night of fights. Usually the Canada pay-per-views have been the worst of the year, and though the card was not stacked with big fights and names, it delivered some solid entertainment, where we got some great finishes on the early prelims and even the prelims, with the Canadians getting some great wins. The main card started good with Benoit Saint Denis' win, but dipped with Natalia Silva putting on a shutout. But Ayman Zahabi and Jose Aldo was a great entertaining bout, but the co-main event wasn't the greatest. But JDM and Belal was a fun scrap, which not many expected, but was cool to see JDM become a champion. If we was to grade this card, it gets a B-. A great and fun card, just missed that consistency of finishes or walls across the card. Up next, the UFC is going to New Jersey to see if Sugar Sean can reclaim his spot atop the bantamweight division. Did you enjoy the video? Let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Did you think UFC 315 was a great pay-per-view, or did it let your expectations down? Put that down in the comments below. And do you think JDM can beat Islam Makhachev? Put that down in the comments below. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe for more MMA and fight content coming soon. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.